Awesome. So we're joined here by one of our clients. And if you could please tell us your first name, where you live, and what you do. Kick us off.
Hi, my name is Jenny. I live in New York and I am a finance manager.
Woohoo, finance. Love it. Cool. So Jenny, could you tell us a little bit about where you were in your job search before coming to us? So kind of what was happening and what made you want to reach out for help?
I was pretty much feeling stuck in my job and I needed some help. I was interviewing and I kept feeling like I wasn't prepared for it. So I reached out to AJ and tried to get help. And he was able to help me pretty much in many different ways tremendously. Um, Especially during the time I was laid off. He helped me prepare the stories, my resume, get me set up so that I was able to confidently deliver my during the interviews. And at the very end, I was able to land two offers. Um, yeah, so I loved it. It was great. Not only that, but also the community. Like every Wednesday, there's the group meetings, and it made me feel like I was a part of something together with everyone else.
Mm, I love that. I love that. Well, I loved working with you. I am so thrilled about your two offers, and obviously you accepted one, and because you're starting a new role next week, which I'm so excited for you about. Let's kind of go back a little bit. So you were laid off. It sounds like you were looking for some help with interviewing and how you were presenting yourself and your assets and things like that. And that's what made you want to reach out. Is that right?
Yeah, because I didn't really have a way of presenting my stories, or I didn't have stories in the first place.
Mm,
I just answered questions and not really having any method like the STAR method. I didn't do any of that.
yeah, yeah, totally. Okay, so you reached out. We had a conversation. You jumped into Career Amp. What was maybe one of the first wins that you realized once you hopped inside and you were like, "Oh, this works," or "This is
Yeah.
valuable"?
Yeah, the first wins that I had was working on my stories, SOAR stories, and utilizing it during the interviews.
Mhm.
That was once I did that, it was like the conversations that I've been having during interviews just changed dramatically. It went
Mm.
from being, oh, they were not really engaged to they were really understanding and relating to me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's cool when you see that moment happen on the other side of the fence, right?
Yeah,
When the interviewer is like, "Oh, that made sense."
yes.
And I have a question about that. And tell me more, right? That excitedness that happens. So
Yeah.
that's music to my ears. I'm so glad. Okay, so first win was your source stories. What would you say was when you went into Career Amp was your biggest win?
I think my biggest win is going through the modules and help me it pretty much helped prep me for it's like teaching someone how to fish. So
Mm,
in the future, like you have all the assets available and you can use it for future interviews. It's not like a one-time thing. It's something that's lasting, having to go through that process. And
amazing.
I loved it.
That's awesome. That's great. And quick question I asked, I don't even know this. Did you look at other like career coaching programs before deciding on Career Amp?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And
Um,
what made you choose Career Amp? Just curious over the others.
well, it was you, AJ. You're always very receptive and you respond very fast to emails. Um, and also the community, like everyone just seemed super helpful, and there was never once where I felt like I was left out.
Mm,
Where other coaching places, they don't provide the same service. It's not systemized. You either get one coach and you'll be stuck with them for the remainder of the time, and it's not
mm,
really as structured as your program. So
mm.
I would recommend anyone who's looking and needing help in interviewing and finding a job, or just being confident in general, to join your program.
Amazing. Awesome. Which actually leads us to our last question. So let's say that someone's watching this
Mhm.
and they're on the fence on whether or not they want to join Career Amp. What advice would you give them on why this has been valuable to you and for them?
Well, if you want a job and if you want to be confident, I would say definitely join this program. You won't regret it because I never did. I mean, from the very start, you'll jump off right away to working on your stories, and AJ and all the others are there to help you along the way. Very, very responsive. So you won't have to worry about anything. They'll guide you through the entire process so that you can land the job.
Amazing. Amazing, Jenny. Well, I'm so thrilled for you. Again, congrats on those two offers. Congrats on your new role that you're
Thank
starting
you so
next week.
much.
Big, big win, of course. But I love that you highlighted too that it's not just like of course, the end result, getting a job is amazing, but like everything that you learned along the way that you're going to take with you makes my goosebumps go off. So I'm so glad that was your experience, and congratulations again.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your help.
My pleasure.